Alrighty. Okay, there it goes. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back for game 2 of Be Humble versus Hats before Strats for Echo League Season 2 in a B division. This is TJ Sutton on the mic once again with Jen Giraffe, who I'm very excited to be casting game 2 with. Game 1, fairly lopsided, but hopefully
Definitely.
Hats Before Strats has regrouped and refreshed their minds and are ready to go. And these are the exact same picks and
I
bands.
feel like it's deja vu right now. We have the same bands coming out, the same exact first pick of Clockwork. I think they're really prioritizing that hero. He must, like we said, he was very great in lane, and he was definitely pulling his weight during that last game with some great hook shots and rockets.
Most definitely. Oh, changing it up a bit. We got an axe now.
I believe he was banned the last game, so they must be, like I said, trying to prioritize what they want in a specific lanes. I mean, he's a great laner. He did really well against with his ultimate, things like that. So I definitely think it's a great pick here, especially if they want to make sure he gets through.
Definitely. And there's their Disruptor again, who I thought played very well, had some good glimpses back and some good kinetic fields. So don't change what works. And the exact two picks from this dire team.
Yeah, but it looks like Be Humble definitely has a strategy going on. I mean, it worked great for them. They did really well with split pushing and making sure they got their lead ahead of time. If they play it right, I'm guessing House Before Strats might want to be banning a Shadow Fiend here. That was what they picked the last game. But going back to the Disruptor, like you said, he was doing great on, pushing that Shadow Fiend back to where he came from, or removing that Abaddon, bringing him back, I guess, even though his borrowed time was on. So he was doing really well last game.
Yep. So there's the Sven ban, which I think is a very good ban considering this last game.
Yeah, definitely. I think they were trying. If I was in Hats Before Strats, they probably were debating between banning out that Sven or that Shadow Fiend, because those two were the big contenders the last game. So definitely agree on banning the Sven here. He did, like we said, he was basically uncontested in the last game. So that's probably why they didn't want to deal with him again.
Yeah, I think I'd rather ban out the Earthshaker than the Shadow Fiend. I think they just picked an unfavorable matchup. But that Earthshaker really caused a lot of havoc in that mid and that off lane. So we'll see if they do decide to ban out Earthshaker or Shadow Fiend, or once again they might ban a mid, a different, like a more preferential mid for Gohan.
Right.
So
yeah, I think the last time they were banning out the spirits, the Ember Spirit and Storm Spirit. So I guess we're going to try to see really it's Gohan's hero that they might be focusing on. That Earthshaker last game, like you said, he had some great rotations and he was doing really well with his Fishers. So making sure pushing people out of position. Yeah, so it's
okay,
Shadow Fiend.
Yep. And a Night Stalker ban.
Yeah, again,
some
same.
pretty similar bans.
Yeah, I think maybe it's just having to deal with those heroes. They're probably counters their strategy that they have in mind. It seems like they already have an idea of what they want to play. I mean, you can only ban every hero.
Yeah. All right, we're gonna have 40 bans. We'll do what Valve did and auto ban out 25 heroes.
And then ban another 10.
Gosh, I did not like that at all.
Oh no, I felt really bad for the support players because I feel like there's only so much support heroes that are viable within every meta or within every patch. So I felt like they just got stuck playing like I don't know, Centaur supports or something. Speaking of Centaur, here he comes. He's a great offlaner. Quite a
So
big boy.
This will probably be a jungle axe then. Looks like they're gonna jungle the axe, try to get a quick boots and blink and start ganking lanes.
Yeah, probably a little bit more of a challenge for the safe lane on the dire side, just because that last time there wasn't much happening. The safe lane was kind of just farming up like they had free farm. Oof.
Ooh,
Fantastic team fight coming out from Be Humble.
yeah, I'm liking the Warlock pick. the fatal bonds and Golem, and so much damage coming out from a 5 support.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I think he just has to be careful early game. As long as he doesn't get picked off, that's the only issue with a Warlock. But other than that, he has a great team fight. It's going to be positioning for him for the most part. With a Disruptor, though, if Warlock gets there a little late, or if the Disruptor is able to get a glimpse back on him, he'll be completely out of position to throw any of his skills.
Hmm. I just noticed this Warlock's eyes are so weird. They
Does
they
he have
look kind of
eyes?
like they kind of look buggy.
They look like Observer Ward eyeballs that they just
Yeah,
pasted onto his face.
they're just like bulging out of his eye sockets, and it's like so far apart from each other.
There's that tower push coming out from Hats before Strats. Terrorblade appearing before our eyes. I like this pick. I think he's a great tower pusher. They kind of lack that a little bit, and he has quite a lot of damage coming out from him.
Yeah, and I don't think he's really worried about Abaddon too much. That 10 armor, he's pretty beefy in the early game. He really doesn't have to worry about much. So unless they rotate someone over to help pressure, I don't think TB is going to feel too nervous up against this Abaddon.
No, definitely not. For the most part, with his illusions and his other skill, his illusions and the conjure image, I think will definitely help him out in lane, help him farm, get his last hits.
Yeah, so we'll see if they try to do an early push strat, maybe take a tower by 10 minutes with a metamorphosis.
Oh yeah.
So
Yeah,
we'll see. Go ahead.
And then I was gonna say, along with that Stampede, kind of get him in and out, pushing towers.
Yeah, because with the metamorphosis, he's so slow.
He is, yeah.
So help him get in and out, which would be nice.
Juggernaut. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about this here. He is a great carry. I will say that, a great alternative to the Sven that was banned out. The thing I'm thinking is with his ultimate, shares between, Terrorblade if he has a whole bunch of his illusions out with him, doesn't it? Where it takes away some of that damage.
Yeah, you'll end up bouncing between them. So yeah, I don't know if that's like. I mean, Centaur, he's pretty tanky, and so is Axa. Really, so far, the only target you can pretty much ensure a kill on is like Disruptor.
Right.
Yeah, and I mean, you could see now it's almost enticing to just dual lane Axe and Centaur against Juggernaut, because you can just abuse the crap out of this Juggernaut with an Axe in lane.
Oh yeah.
Make him so uncomfortable to walk up and hit creeps.
Oh yeah, definitely. I think maybe that might be the best bet here, especially because Juggernaut doesn't have a very strong lane if these two are there, being so tanky. I don't know. Like I said, I do like him as a carry here because they did ban out the Sven, but maybe not the best against this lineup right now.
Yeah, I agree. Okay, they need a ban, and then okay. So what mid laner do they take to this? Neither team has shown their hand for mid lane, but we do have Tinker, Shadow Fiend, OD banned.
Yeah, so the OD was banned. Yeah, I was gonna say an OD would be nice here, but definitely a ban coming out from him. Let's see, maybe an Invoker. I don't know if any of these players play Invoker, but it would be a good team fight. Having some AoE.
Yeah, throw some tornadoes, keep some of these disables up out of the air, up in the air.
Oh yeah.
Especially maybe a Storm Spirit.
Yeah, that was definitely not banned. That was banned last game. Replaced with the Shadow Fiend. A Storm Spirit would be great in and out chaotic kind of person who's just throwing things and confusing people.
A Wind Ranger.
No, I don't like this. No bueno. I don't like this. Man, literally any other. Is she going mid? I'm going to be so upset. Unless the Abaddon's going mid.
No, this will definitely be a mid Wind Ranger. She can lane decently well in the mid lane. I don't like her as an off or a safe laner. But in the mid, if she spams Power Shot, provides quite a bit of harass.
Yeah, but she falls off, I think, in my opinion. I mean, she does have the push, but she's great for the first, 10, 15 minutes, and then She just falls off. I don't know if I like this, especially with their lineup. I mean, they have huge team fight potential with the Warlock, but against us, if it's going to be a mid lane silencer, I don't
Yeah,
know. I don't like the Wind Ranger here.
yeah. I have to say I think I favor this Hats before Strats lineup.
Definitely. Yeah, they have great push. They also have great team fight. I think Silencer with his global, he'll be harassing the crap out of Wind Ranger. I mean, just spamming his skills on her. So unless she can get some early help.
Yeah. Hmm. Yeah, I'm not really a fan of the Wind Ranger, but I mean, who knows? Maybe he's just especially good on her.
I know maybe it's a hidden talent. It's a something they kept in their pockets. Pocket strat. We'll see.
Sorry, I almost spilled my water.
Don't do that. We have expensive PCs in front of us. She does have a great cosmetic. I'll give her that.
Oh, I missed it. I'll have to see once we get in. Got the maxed out tower on the Radiant
I know.
side, so
That. I feel like they're kind of similar though for me to really care. But I
yeah.
will give them the benefit of the doubt.
So here on the Radiant team, we have Bioacid on the Axe. We have an early TP out by Edge on the Disruptor once again. Boot on the Centaur Warrunner. Buttons on the mid Silencer. And Caspian on the Terrorblade.
Awesome, awesome. And to bring out the Dire, we have Barry on the Juggernaut, along with Indifferent on the Warlock. We have a Mango Bay on the Clockwork, Gohan on the Wonderful Wind Ranger, and Cookie on the Abaddon.
All right, I gotta look at this. She got. Oh, okay.
She's
I
got
mean,
the bird.
I like the cape and I like the shoulder pieces and the bow. I just don't really care for the mask. It looks kind of goofy in my opinion.
She's like Batman, but bird, so like
So,
Birdman.
so she's Bird Woman.
Bird woman.
I think Batman is a bit more intimidating in my opinion.
But does Batman have power shot? That is the question.
No, but he does have millions.
That is true. You don't know. You don't know Wind Ranger's life. She could have millions as well.
It's true, true. So
All
Gix
right.
here in the mid lane trying to
Creep
block these creep block. I was wondering if he's going to throw out a cog and hold a minute, but I guess he decides not to.
Yeah, giving some early help to Gohan. I think this is a great idea if he sticks around. She's probably going to need a lot of help.
Yeah, we'll probably see him run. Yeah, he's going to just run at buttons and try to power cog him back. But Silencer, though, will just right click him and he decides to not do that. Oh, he decides to wrap around is what he's going to do.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he was really good at making sure of that earlier in the previous game. On the top, though,
Boot taking some shadow word on him, takes some right clicks. He does have level 1 return, so
but he is so
indifferent.
tanky.
Yeah, indifferent. Definitely feeling the effects of that. And we got an early level 1 metamorphosis from Caspian. Axe getting harassed by Gix in here in his own jungle, contesting farm. Almost gets him, but he's able to back up under tower safely and south back up.
Oh yeah, I think it's going to be tough for him if we have this roaming support. I mean, he was great previously in the last game, so I really think he's going to have some great positioning coming out. He is already putting in some deep early wards.
Yeah, Boot indifferent. Kind of man fighting here, although I'm not sure why Indifferent's trying to man fight him. He loses that battle.
Definitely.
Gix here in the mid lane tries to catch buttons in the cogs, but actually ends up pushing him away and unable to secure the kill.
Oh, he was so low too.
Cookie still just kind of chilling, taking some harass, but not really worried too much. He still has 2 tangos, has his poor man shield, so he's not really worried too much.
Yeah, I mean, for the most part, to have 2 against him again, it feels like maybe he does really well in lane. That's why they leave him solo quite often. I think once his Terrorblade starts building up and leveling up and getting more damage, he's going to have more of an issue. We have some
Yeah.
Kings coming out.
And so far, Gohan doing pretty well here in the mid lane, leading in last hits over the silencer, but still pretty early.
Yeah, and this Juggernaut for the most part has been unbothered just because the Warlock and Boot have been fighting it out. It doesn't seem like they're really facing head to head. Boot is very tanky though. I mean, I think he's great up here in lane.
Yep. Oh, indifferent. Looks like he's trying to get around and provide
Oh,
some
he gets the
harass.
spin.
Blade Fury comes out by Barry. Boot tries to stomp, but Barry was still Blade Furying and unable to land it, and Indifferent finishes him off with a right click.
Caster's
Meanwhile,
curse.
Bioacid goes down to Gix down here to a battery assault. Good rotation and continuing to harass this low health Axe in the jungle.
Oh yeah, I think they definitely need to get some wards in their jungle if they plan to keep the Axe in there. They have no vision; they're basically blind, and the Dire have already placed a really aggressive ward back there, so they can see everything that's happening.
Yeah, Bioacid does just what you said, throws down a ward and goes back to farming. In comes Gix again, possibly. He's not spotted just yet. Cookie kind of low right now, taking some harass. So he's feeling the hurt a little bit more this game, but he's still kind of grooving.
Not as free of a lane as he was earlier. I think just mainly because of this Terror Blade. He does quite a bit of damage, and he did get his early metamorphosis.
Yeah, and Gix is still here contesting, soaking some XP from Bioacid, just kind of waiting for him to be low health, it looks like.
Yeah, I mean, he can be almost annoying as a Ricky, and it looks like they do spot him out, but I don't know if Bioacid does he not notice or?
Yeah, he started, maybe not. I mean, he was going for the rune, but Gix had already grabbed it. It looks like Indifferent's going to snag this top rune as well. Might get caught by Boot. I think Boot notices that it's missing, but he doesn't see Indifferent. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Looking at the last support rotations.
Yeah, definitely good support rotations coming out from the Dire side. On the Radiant side, you know, I think maybe get a little bit more wards out there because Axe is so vulnerable. I mean, they're already rotating it on him. They know he's there.
Yeah.
It might be best, I don't know, maybe to get him in lane.
Shackle shock. Nope. 3-man going on. Buttons get caught in the cogs. Battery assault going on him, but Gohan's able to right click and finish him off.
Oh yeah, definitely this is what Gohan needs. I think if he was just 1v1 here, probably wouldn't have been the best matchup for him, but because these supports are babysitting so much and being able to give him the better lane, she's actually ahead quite a bit on Buttons, not that much, but 26-9 to the 21-1. So she's definitely getting her early lane.
Yeah, definitely. Out comes a last word on Gohan. A little bit of harass, but not too much. She doesn't really feel that threatened, it seems like. Pops an illusion rune and continues going back to last hitting, trying to harass maybe.
Yes, looks like Bioacid has resulted to kind of farming up the neutrals up on top, closer to the Centaur. I mean, for the most part, like I said, they haven't really been harassing the Jug. I mean, Warlock has been doing a great job of kind of distracting Boot, maybe, because he is 39 and 15 at the top of the CS graph, or CS chart.
Yeah, they've done a good job of really making this Axe feel unsafe. And, oh, is he going to be able to snipe the courier? He gets one hit on it. But are they going to... Oh, okay, they are going to grab it and send it back a different way.
Yeah, that's probably the best.
Almost snipes it.
Yeah, Mango Bay is doing a great job of just being where he needs to be. You know, kind of being good support rotating and really pushing this Axe, making sure he's not able to get what he needs, and so many wards in their jungle as well. Oh, one of them just expired, but...
Yeah.
Let's see, Axe finishes up his Tranquils and the Abaddon gets his Phase Boots.
So Silencer TP's in looking for the Clockwork, but Oh, they're gonna run into each other here. Pops the battery acid, throws the last word on him, and he's gonna just run back down mid lane. Lots of damage coming out, but looks like he'll probably be all right. Another right click, but he'll manage to escape. He'll be all right.
He'll hide behind the Wind Ranger.
Save me.
Save me. Down at the bottom, we have Abaddon trying to go up against the Terrorblade.
Yeah, so much armor from this Terrorblade. He pops Metamorphosis,
but
pops
borrowed time.
waits for it to go down, throws another right click out to harass him, but just too slow to catch up and do anything.
Yeah, Abaddon's been farming, really quickly. He's already at his level 6, where Caspian was just hitting his level 5. So I think it's just a perk of being an Abaddon and being able to get his levels pretty quickly.
Yeah, and Gohan already 2 levels over Buttons in this mid lane.
Yeah.
So definitely seeing the difference with these early game rotations on him, and probably see Gohan look to push a tower here very soon. Oh, has a DD bottled up, so if they can clear this out, he can easily take a tower pretty quickly.
Yeah, you can see the kind of the support's trying to get into rotation and trying to see if they can get on positioning, maybe take on the silencer again, but nope, it looks like Warlock's going back up top, so maybe not.
Mango Bay rotates bottom, tries to gank Caspian, but is unable to catch up to him and catch him in the cogs, so nothing happening down here, not just yet at least.
Yep, and now Axe joined them in lane. I think this is a great idea. I think that they need to have someone up here because, again, they're leaving this Jug kind of like they did Sven in that last game where they're not really dealing with him. I mean, they see him there, but I don't see any harassments or gank attempts, anything like that. He's still pretty high on the last hit, 59, about 9 minutes in.
Yeah, and Cookie and Gix down here, they take this double stack from Terrorblade. So further inhibiting his time window to get online.
Yeah,
what's he sitting at? Boots, Aki, PMS. Yeah, it's almost 10 minutes and he still doesn't have his power treads. So he's hurting. I'll be missed. Bioacid goes down the Berry Jive on top lane. Berry Jive also gets a triple kill, takes down both Edge and Boot, and is getting healed up by both himself and Shadow Word.
Yeah, I definitely think he's again the same thing where they're not really dealing with the really hard hitting carries like they did with Sven the last time. I mean, it's just like you're watching him get fat, and that's really it. I mean, he's at level 8 now, and I think they're going to try to take this tower now, but Axe throws out his taunt.
Yep, and so we get another 2-man rotation coming in. Gix able to finish off Bioacid. Boot ults, tries to catch Mango Bay, but unable to get him. No glimpse come out either. Indifferent gets silenced, but is able to TP out.
Yeah, no, I didn't like that engagement at all. I think he just felt rushed that they were under tower, but he was all by himself. And when you're stuck with a Jug inside the cogs, I mean, he just turns on his spin and that's it. You're just getting spun on.
And Cookie just giving it to Caspian. He really does not care. Puts on an aphotic shield and just walks at him. And Silencer has to deny his mid lane tower. Shackle shot. So many shots.
So many shots. All the shots.
shots.
Yeah, that's what we need. We'll just take some shots.
Cookie taking a lot of harass from Caspian. Now Bard time is popped
again.
And just walks at him, but he does have Sunder. Not really too worried, I guess. Now, Axe spots out Indifferent, but doesn't really challenge him too much.
Just sitting, trying to hide up, but I think they might have spotted him out. Tries to get away. They're pinging him up.
Looks like Wind Ranger waiting. Shackle shots, Buttons, throws out a power shot, and now Focus Fire, taking a lot of damage, unable to finish him off, and Axe comes in to support him, but he backs off.
Yeah, this Axe, I don't know, I feel like I haven't been able to see him pick up what he needed. He wasn't able to farm his jungle. I mean, he's sitting on his Stout and Iron Talon. But yeah, he was definitely pushed out of his own jungle and kind of harassed up on lane, giving away a couple of kills.
Yeah, they definitely did a lot to really delay this Yeah, blink
Facts.
dagger timing.
Yep, definitely. And now Barry's just working on taking down this tower. Looks like they'll lose their tier 1.
Really good move on his part. He kept tower aggro and just popped his healing ward so that his
Creeps.
his siege creep would stay alive
Yeah.
and just continue hitting towers. So good awareness on his part.
Yeah, no glyph coming out because I guess no one was looking to defend that tower.
Yeah, I don't think they couldn't really fight into that jug.
Yeah, definitely.
Who now? Okay, he has a Yasha being flown out to him as we speak, so
Yeah.
he's pretty happy.
Yep, he's going to be lurking on his Manta style next. Looks like he
Oh,
already has that
Gohan
queued
and
up.
Mango and Gix. Out comes the battery assault. Are they gonna get him? Yeah, gets him in the hook shot to keep him from sundering. Silence comes out from Silencer, but a little bit too late. Good rotation by Gohan and Gix to take down the Terrorblade.
Definitely, and when Ranger finishes up her 4-staff, these rotations coming out from Mango Bay, man, what can I say? He's just doing really well and making sure he is where he needs to be. That was unfortunate that he was able to not able to get his Sunder off.
Yeah, good hook shot timing to keep him from doing so.
Yeah, definitely it was a good thing he didn't waste during the chase, so it was a good thing he saved it for that. And Cookie already finishes up his Midas, or looking to get his Radiance.
Gix, battery assaults and Cogs buttons trying to take him down, but Axe and Edge are here. He gets glimpsed back in, but that battery assault's still doing so much. He gets called Metamorphosis. He might go down here. He cogs himself, tries to push back Bioacid, but ends up catching him in there with him, and he gets dunked on. Cookie trying to finish him off. He does finish him. Borrowed time is popped, still just helping him heal. And a power shot comes out. Doesn't hit any heroes, but just pushes them back.
I just feel like Cookie always has his borrowed time available. I mean, that cooldown must be so fast, or he just knows when to come in. He's available and ready for the fight whenever he has that off cooldown.
Yeah, I agree.
And
Very
again,
good awareness of his timings.
Definitely. And again, the dire side pushing in these towers, taking the objectives like they need to. They still haven't been able to take a tower down for the Radiant, or the Radiant hasn't. English, please help words.
Stun and a double edge comes out from Boot on Cookie. Hook shot comes in by Gix, able to keep him in place, and Gix finishes off Caspian with his battery assault, and Centaur has to ult to get away. And now Dire looking to push this tower. Not too worried, I don't think. And Jug is pressuring this mid lane tier 2.
Oh man, yeah, this team has really got a good job.
Silence comes out, but it doesn't really matter. Boot goes down to Cookie.
Great shackle shots, been able to pin these guys against the trees.
Yeah, this Wind Ranger's doing pretty well, actually. She working towards a blink has a 4-staff.
Yeah.
And
I mean, she
good
got
positioning.
I agree, and she's got a lot of help. Ooh.
Oh, counter initiation. Golem comes out on buttons. Throws down. He gets hit by the shackle shot. Goes down to a different Golem, and now they're pushing high ground. 2 heroes down. Centaur comes back. He's TPing back in. Gets pushed back by the Cogs. Good positioning from Gix with those Cogs. And looks like this Dire team will disengage, somewhat at least.
Yeah, definitely. I agree. It looks like the Dire side definitely got a lot of help for this Wind Ranger. I mean, she was able to, like you said, take off in a way, and the supports, especially Mango Bay, and being able to be in the correct position to take off these heroes one by one and really just delay everyone on whatever items they need. And their objective gaming has just been on point. They're taking tower one after the other, all focusing towards the common goal.
Yeah, and meanwhile, Abaddon takes down the bottom tier 2 tower and goes right back to farming. He is working on a Radiance.
Yeah.
Almost has enough for his Relic. So he's looking at maybe a 20, 22-minute Radiance.
It's just about. Yeah, looks like it. Maybe even sooner if he can maybe pick up in a couple of kills. Let's see. Warlock just finished up his Medallion of Courage. We have a Blink being worked on. She's just about there, only about less than 200 gold away. Wind Ranger. Manta on the Juggernaut already.
Yeah, she sells her Null Talisman, picks up the Blink Dagger, able to position much better in fights now, and get those shackle shots off, like you were saying.
Jeez, yep. And looking at the net worth chart, Terrorblade being their carry is so far behind. I mean, we have the Wind Ranger, even the Abaddon and Jug far ahead of Caspian. I mean, even the Wind Ranger is 2k up in front of this Terrorblade, and Barry almost double of Caspian.
Yep. Now moving to Roche, they really don't have it. Like Radiant has no way to contest this.
Not at all.
So
no. We don't even have vision, really.
Yeah, it looks like Gix providing some vision in this mid lane and on the stairs.
Smoke up though.
Maybe they do know this is. Yeah, they know this is going on, but a little bit too little, too late. I think maybe.
Ooh, are they going to contest it? I don't know.
Oh, smoke gets popped by Gix. Bioacid blinks in, calls, but he gets blown up by Indifference counter initiation. Cookie's Bar time is popped. He's going. Looks like he was going on TB, but his illusion's doing so much damage. Barry Jive does finish off Roche, and now they're on the offensive. Hook shot coming in from Gix. Does catch up. Another golem coming down, and he looks for a Sunder target. Sunder's Indifferent, but will go down himself. Indifferent survives.
Jesus, and that's a 5-man wipe, folks. I mean, I don't know. They weren't ready for. I feel that they weren't ready for a team fight there. Definitely didn't really have a way of contesting. No one has their levels really where they need to be in order to contest that, and I think
2-man blink called by Bio, trying to bring it back. 2-man stun from Boot, but there's really no follow up.
No. It might have been better to stay up on their base and maybe try to defend this, but at this point, for the most part, their Terrorblade is just respawning now, and I think they're going to lose this lane of racks.
Yeah, at the minimum 1 rack. The slow coming out from Warlock, sitting on the back end, make it hard for heroes to approach. Blink called by Bioacid, catches Gix, but he'll just, looks like he's going to try and turn around. Gets caught in the kinetic field. Silence comes out. Golem punching people in the face, trying to take it down. They're able to take it down, and this Radiant, or Dire team is retreating. Bioacid Blink tries to call, but misses. Gix gets brought back, though. Gets caught in. He gets stunned up, and I don't know if he's going to survive this. Double Edge comes out, 2-man shackle, and a power shot to finish him off. A mega kill streak. Gix coming in once again, and Barry Jive able to finish off Buttons. Caspian will go down to the urn.
Abaddon just picked up his Radiance. I mean, now he just has to stand there, really, and he's just burning these guys. They're all not tanky enough, and they're dead for a while. I think it's going to be, GG.
There's GG. There's only 1 buyback, and can't really contest that.
Yeah,
so
fantastic job coming out from the Dire side again, really focusing on objectives. None of them, I think they were all working together really well, and I think, like you said, maybe this Wind Ranger looked like to be part of the hero pool where it was kind of a special. They knew that she was one of Gohan's heroes.
Yeah, able to take advantage early. The power shot doing a lot of damage, harassing, silence her back a bit, and then I'd say. Honestly, I would give MVP to Gix. He really came in and really delayed and hindered Axe's ability to get online. Delayed his boots and his blink by so much. And then those hook shots were some really key hook shots from coming out from Gix.
Yeah, even the cogs catching them where he needs to be and rotating, like you said. Great support coming out from him. A great job. I mean, 24-1. I'd hate to say, calling it like how it is. They did a good job on capitalizing on their strengths.
Yeah, I think they just got the draft definitely looked pretty good for Hats Before Strats. Maybe just execution and maybe adjust their lanes a bit, but pretty good game overall. But yeah, this has been tjsutton on the mic with Jin Giraffe. Thank you guys for joining us, and we look forward to seeing you in the future. So have a good night, folks.